Hey guys, so we're going to be testing my 5-color control deck today. It's performed reasonably well. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. This hand looks kind of bad to me. I don't have any blue sources, and I don't have any red sources, so most of my spells are useless. We'll go ahead and mulligan. This looks marginally better. At least with Bloodstained Mire, I can fetch polluted or Sunken Hollow, or even Cinderglade. I'll keep this. Do the top one. Hopefully Scry. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. So lead off with the Nomad Outpost. Pass. So what's great about this is that we have guaranteed Crackling Doom, Abzan Charms on turn 4 really, because they'll come in tapped. The lands will come in tapped, but Despise is going to take a Rhino. That's unfortunate. So blue-black control maybe? Didn't really know that existed in this format. Okay, so Prairie Stream, not bad. That means that the Flooded Strand can just fetch a basic island. Why is that helpful? That means that hopefully in the future I can get the Tangle lands to come in untapped faster, which is kind of nifty. So Cinderglade and an island. I guess the problem with the island is that now I can't do any of my spells. Didn't really think about that part, but not too worried about it right now. Like, anything my opponent's going to be casting seems like it's going to be bigger. And I'm content to just kind of sit at the moment. I wish he hadn't taken the Siege Rhino so early. I also don't understand a main board Despise in this format. It seems slow and clunky, but you know, if it's in his deck, it must be working for him. If nothing happens again on his turn, I'll probably try to Abzan Charm, draw. And that's good. Hitting a Lumbering Falls is great. It means that, especially in blue-black, he's going to have very few ways of dealing with it. Foul Tongue Invocation probably being the best one. So I'll go ahead and run out the Lumbering Falls. Pass turn. Still have a fair suite of don't like that. We'll go ahead and dig through Time and Response. Then we'll grab, hopefully, we'll just grab 2 Ojitais and say deal with it. That seems like a legitimate way of counteracting his transgress. So surprise, he chooses one of our Ojitais. Rumbling Falls gets in. It seems reasonable to me. I might just fetch for a basic swamp. I have 2 red sources, 2 green sources, 2 blue sources, 2 white sources. So we have 2 of everything. I just fetch a basic swamp because that'll give me 2 black sources, which I don't have. And it will provide me with the ability to have things come in untapped, which is good. Sandstep Citadel. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing 3. So in this match, Lumbering Fall is doing a lot of work. That's fine. In our next game, I'll definitely be bringing in probably Disdainful Strokes, Negates. Does it look like he's even running Dispel, like Horribly Awry is Dispellable, but I expect him to take Horribly Awry out, to be honest. But yeah, I think we bring in like Dispels are good against Dig Through Time, but definitely negates Disdainful Strokes and Pearl Lake Ancient. Probably Duresses. So just pure blue-black control. I just don't know what kind of things he's going to be running. 2 cards. Okay. 3/1/1 Zion Science. That's fine. Ah, misread the card. Okay, so the 2 creatures come back. That's fine. Den Protector is gonna probably bring one of those back at some point. Okay. Wish he would make up his mind. That just makes delving easier for me though, which I'm fine with. So I'll Murderous Cut his Blight Herder for 2, then Crackling Doom, then swing in with Rumbling Falls. Or maybe I just... Okay, so we'll Windswept Heath. Yeah, the best one is Canopy of That's the only thing that taps for 2. They can fetch right now. Okay, so Murderous Cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, red, white, black. No, I think we just go Ojutai here. Okay, so a large influx of lands for him. It's unfortunate. The good news is I will Abzan Charm it. Or even I can Crackling Doom it. Losing Slumgar's command and Dig Through Time is unfortunate. What's really nice about this is that we now have 5 cards back in our graveyard. Okay, so Languish is terrible for us. I think we'll start by going Abzan Charm to it. Review the top 3 now because he let me deal damage. Don't find that to be the best answer for him. We'll take the Regent so that when Ojutai dies, we can have another threat. And turn. Second main will just run out Den Protector. Okay. So Dig Through Time is useful for him, but if he only gets 1 creature, Crackling Doom into attack with Lumbering Falls wins the game for me. I guess what he could do is Ulamog. I know people are still trying to run blue-black. Yeah, looks like that's what he's going to try to do. Ulamog me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And we'll still be able to Crackling Doom him. Unless he counters. I guess if he counters... Siege Rhino being in my hand is interesting. I think maybe the right play is Crackling Doom the Ugin. That's safer? Maybe? Okay, so scatter happens. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Siege Rhino. Pass the turn. Force him to have an answer for Lumbering Falls. And Siege Rhino, really. But I expect him to have an answer for Siege Rhino, to be honest. That's fine. He's gonna like Damnable Pact me or something. Target player draws X cards, loses X life. That could be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm fine with that. Wait. Oh, okay. So he doesn't have anything colorless in hand. So 5. Okay. This is interesting. Interesting options here. I don't really want to try to bring to light into. I think the best choice 3, 4, animate Lumbering Falls. Just swing at him. Alright, so that worked. So sideboard coming undone. Stuff we for certain do not need. Radiant Flames and even Languish. None of those are going to do anything for me. So what comes in their stead? I don't like Crux of Fate. He doesn't play enough threats for me. It doesn't look like to really utilize that. So what I'll bring in are Disdainful Strokes and a negate for those 3. Take out 1, bring to light, bring in another negate. Then complete disregard seems like a complete waste of my time, but so I'll bring out both of those, bring in 2 dispels. Maybe swap 1 negate for a duress, or maybe 2 negates for a duress. Not sure else. What else? I think maybe just 1 bring to light. That seems like this is like hardcore control now, but that seems like it could work. Okay, this hand looks great. I have a buttload of removal. I guess I forgot to bring in the Pearl Lake Ancient, but should be okay. Lead off with Nomad Outpost. We have all of our colors if we fetch green with Bloodstained Mire. And a Rhino comes to our hand. That's pretty good. Doesn't seem amazing just because it doesn't have hexproof or anything like that. But it definitely doesn't seem bad to me. Don't like that at all. Means forcing because I have a negate in hand, so 1, 2. Well, he's got to get 7 lands out first, but there we go. The question is, do I really want to save Abzan Charm? I don't think so. I think I'm going to try to draw. This is a matchup where I need to have card advantage more than I need life total and stuff like that. So, and exiling something isn't always going to do for me what I need it to do. So, we'll go ahead and do that. Throw away. Well, we kind of need the land. I think you can throw away a Murderous Cut. That doesn't seem extremely useful, especially when you have Crackling Doom and Cut in hand already, and he's not running that many threats. So what's cool about this is I'm going to be able to go Rhino negate. so we'll negate that. Hopefully that, if Rhino doesn't resolve, then he wastes another counterspell, which I wouldn't mind. Okay, so yeah, he's going to use 2 Horribly Arise on it. A spell that I honestly don't know why he kept in. I mean, I understand them running Dun Protectors and Siege Rhinos, but like, I feel like at a certain point, the value of that decreases substantially. But maybe that's just my opinion. And he seems to be running enough threats to really be to really want a very clear board, so he can get in for damage. But I don't know, running out 2 Horribly Arise seems like a lot of spells to kill a single Rhino when he doesn't know what the rest of my hand looks like. That's unfortunate. Definitely not what I wanted to see. Maybe that's why he was so eager to run out his Arise. Yeah, I don't really have anything to deal with that right now. Okay. If he kills Ojai, he goes to 5. Perhaps I should have kept my negate up, but it's sometimes hard to tell. I didn't know he had Ugin in hand, or I would have probably played that differently. Let's run out a second Rhino. Gain 3. This is where I'd like to have more manlands in this deck, but it's really hard to find slots for the manlands since the deck is already very mana crunched as is. 10, so he could Ulamog if he has it, but I don't know that he runs it. It seems like he runs lower cost things than Ulamog. I might just concede this. I don't want to waste my time sitting here trying to fight a battle that I can't win. Because in tournament play, this deck is slow. Yeah, I don't see myself coming back from this. You got 2 Rhinos back, though. That's pretty nifty. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's better. 3, 4. Exile the Murderous Cut. And cut his. Yep. Find a Sunken Hollow. So redirect to Ugin. Guess run out Ojutai. Yeah, I'm going to concede to that. Okay. So reconsidering how this works, I think I might bring one of those back in. Take out a Dispel. maybe this is better, because you can bring the light into utter end, which you can't dispel into utter end. That might be better. It looks okay. I don't think I can keep this though, so it's just not enough land and too many high cost things. This is like almost exactly the same hand, but I don't want to go to 5 in a control mirror. So I'll scry, I guess. Yep. He's stuck on 1 land. We may have a chance yet. It'd be unfortunate if our opponent is stuck on 1 land, but I don't particularly mind winning games. It'd be unfortunate if they just stay at 1 land for 4 or 5 turns, but because I like to actually play games. But sometimes you just take your wins when you get them. Okay, so he draws to a 2nd land. I'm just going to continue waiting on my polluted delta. I'd prefer to draw into some of my lands first, see what kind of colors I'm going to get before I waste a crack. See, I guess he wants the black-blue, which is nifty for him, yeah. But for me, most of my colors are already fixed. I just need green and red. But the important ones for the spells I have in hand, except for Crackling Doom, are there. So I'm not worried about grabbing my Smoldering Marsh yet. And I don't want to take away from my likelihood of drawing into lands yet. If I don't draw into a land this turn, I would... There we go. So I do draw into a land. I'm not going to run out my Ojutai yet. This seems like it's going well, though. I have almost all my lands now. At least almost all my colors. The problem being, Polluted Delta can't fetch any of my green lands. It just so happens that that's the only fetch that I have available to me right now. This is just going to be very much a draw-go matchup. So here's my green source. Now I have everything. I'm perfectly content with waiting for him to run out something big first, countering it, and then running out my Ugin, which may not be the best threat in this matchup. I guess I forgot to bring in Pearl Lake Ancient again. Which kind of stinks, but watching him discard his hand is great for me. I think at this point I will crack my fetch, find Sunken Hollow. Well, I got 2 black, so I'll actually find Prairie Stream. We can't actually start the Rumbling Falls beats because we don't have green mana. So we will just continue waiting. We're at 6 mana right now. Maybe I don't fetch there in most circumstances. Okay, so what's the least useful to me out of this hand? Probably Murderous Cut. Having Utter End is generally better. Crackling Doom can also deal with manlands, but there's no blue-black manlands, and we'll go Negate. Leaving up the Disdainful Stroke is good for me. That means I can easily deal with a larger array of threats. There's a Windswept Heath. Alright, so at this point, do I want to... we don't have 2 reds, so we'll go for Cinderglade. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could still hold up Disdainful Stroke. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't really have enough to do much, so I'll just ensue upon the Lumbering Falls beats. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, he can't really cast any of the big stuff right now. I mean, I guess he could cast Blight Herder. That's only a 5 drop, right? Nixilis, that'll get negated. So now we have 2 Disdainful Strokes in hand and an Utter End. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just continue swinging in with Lumbering Falls. I'm doing this course of action just because it seems like the most consistent path to a victory right now against a control deck. A hexproof 3/3 land is hard to deal with. He doesn't run Utter End, so I'm surprised he's not running a large array of Murderous Cut in his deck unless he's running like Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise. I don't remember seeing Treasure Cruise in game 1, but in some ways it just seems suboptimal. We'll just Disdainful Stroke it. And right now, our path to victory is seemingly pretty clear, actually. I can grab a forest. That's my only fetchable land at this point. I do like having the extra land now. What's really beneficial about this is that now I can tap 1 blue this way. I still can't leave up 2 blue, but no, this is better. So the only thing that's really threatening is Ugin, which I'll probably just leave my Disdainful Stroke up for, since I can Crackling Doom things and do other. I can deal with it in other ways aside from counterspells. So, well, I can deal with Ugin with Utter End as well. Disdainful Stroke. I don't want him stealing my lands. That's really obnoxious. So, and since Ugin can't really exile my land, I'm okay with Ugin resolving actually right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. You get an island. I forgot that it was a cast ability. It's a little bit of a poor foresight on my part because I could have kept the he's only got Dispel up. So now seems like a good time for me to cast Ugin. Set counters to 9. Why did I cast Ugin instead of just staying on Lumbering Falls beats? Because I don't really care what else he's going to cast right now. Like, casting Ugin basically ensures a win next turn if he doesn't have any way of dealing with Lumbering Falls or Ugin. I can bolt and then Lumbering Falls in for the win. And probably still leave up Crackling Doom if I want for extra damage if I need it. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't get anything. It's a little suboptimal, but let's see. It's got 2 mana up. That could signify anything. We'll just set counters to 11. Bolt him. We will try red, white, black, Crackling Doom. If he has so my opponent thinks it's necessary to insult my deck. So we end up winning. Apparently 3:44 p.m. is not a good time to play Magic. But hey, so there's 3-color or 5-color control winning its inaugural internet stream. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.